before we dive into how well Jaden Greathouse fits into the Notre Dame offense, why don't we ask Jaden Greathouse what he thinks about how he fits into the Notre Dame offense? So, everybody, Jaden Greathouse has joined us. Jaden, thank you so much for joining us today, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad I could be here.
Yeah, so big day for you. You know, this has been a long journey. We were talking before. You've been getting offers since what, freshman year at Westlake? Yep. It's been a long journey for you. Tell us about kind of what the journey has been like, and how did it end up with you headed to South Bend, Indiana?
It's been great. You know, I picked up a couple of offers my freshman and sophomore year, and you know, after the state championship game my junior year, you know, Notre Dame came calling, and you know, the rest is history.
So when you kind of got that first call, I mean, obviously Notre Dame wasn't really on the radar for you when under the previous staff, and then they get on. What was it about Notre Dame that allowed them to because one thing we said during the show was, I mean, you and Notre Dame seemed to connect really quickly. You know, so by the time you visited for the spring game in April, I mean, they were clearly going to be one of your major players. What was it about Notre Dame that allowed them to just so quickly connect with you and then you with them?
I mean, it was really just a feeling, you know. I mean, shout out to Coach Stuckey, Coach Freeman, Coach Reese. I mean, they're all great recruiters and great people and great coaches. I definitely believe in them for sure, and I have a great relationship with all of them. We talk every day, so it was just constant communication and, you know, building trust with each other that really sealed the deal.
Jaden, we were just talking heavy about the impact Notre Dame's had in Texas. Obviously, I know you know Braylon James well. I know that Micah Bell is obviously in the class, Peyton Bowen. How big is it for the Notre Dame program to be able to tap into what is such a great pool of talent, and how awesome is it to be a part of that pipeline now going up to South Bend?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely super important. It's really big time. I mean, Texas has the best football in, you know, the whole country, and want to pull the best talent from wherever you can. And, you know, it also helps build chemistry too. We're going to bring Texas to South Bend and hopefully get a couple more guys.
We were going to talk before when you joined, as you heard, we were going to talk about how you fit into the offense. Well, I thought, well, hey, he's ready to join. Let's ask him. What has been the pitch from Notre Dame about, you know, how do they see you fitting into what they do offensively? What's their pitch been to you in that regard?
Definitely just trying to get me the ball as much as they can, you know, putting me outside, putting me in slot, in motion, you know, everything they can do to, you know, give me the ball. I have a unique play style, so just want to get into my hands and, you know, let me get into space and create plays.
Let's talk about your play style. You say you have a unique play style, and I'll be honest, like Ryan, this guy down here, he's been on the Jaden Greathouse train for a while. You know, for me, I think you do the unique aspect of it did take me a little while longer to get on board and be like, yeah, this is a guy. If I'm going to be honest with you, I want to hear you explain your game. You say you have a unique style. How do you see your game, and what are the things that you think that you're going to bring to the table when you get to Notre Dame next year?
Just an elusive guy who doesn't get tackled. You know, I'm always going to break the first tackle no matter what and get out into open space and make guys miss. I'll beat you downfield. I'll create big plays out of short catches. You know, and I'll block heavy too. I'll go out there and, you know, do whatever I can to make my team win.
You've played with a great quarterback the last few years in Cade Klubnik. You know, he was my number one ranked quarterback last year. How does playing with a guy like that help you? Because, you know, you're playing with a guy that can put the ball where he wants it, where other quarterbacks maybe aren't able to do that. Has that helped you grow your game, having to play with someone that brings what he brings to the table? How has playing with a quarterback like that, I guess, really helped you continue to develop your game even more?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm a firm believer of, you know, you play to the level of your competition and, you know, the people that you surround yourself with. And when you surround yourself with the best, you're only going to get better. I mean, me and Cade have been playing together ever since I was in 6th grade and he was in 7th. You know, he's always been my quarterback for as long as I can remember. And we have a great connection, and it definitely helps build on the field chemistry and, you know, always getting out there. We're always throwing like every day, whenever we can, just trying to get that timing down and, you know, get better at whatever we can.
Jaden, let me ask you, because obviously you play at a great program. You've been around great football players. You have 3 straight championships to your credit in 6A, and you've just took the part of the basketball program that just went far into the state playoffs, obviously. So you've been very successful in just pretty much every area, and you've been prepared by a great staff and a great program. How much credit do you give them for the fact of, because let's be honest, you're going to go now from Texas all the way up to South Bend, Indiana. That's going to be a huge transition, but how much has the program just been able to prepare you for making that jump?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's definitely been extremely crucial. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for my teammates and coaches and family, and they've definitely helped mold me into the man I am today, and definitely helped me be more prepared for the next level. I think we play the best competition that you can in the whole state, and that's only making me better. And I just love to compete, so being able to go out and do that every single season is just the best.
Last time we saw you on the field, you took it to the Denton Geyer boys, which now Peyton Bowen is a part of the class, right? You're gonna have a little rematch on the practice field soon. How much are you looking forward to playing against another great player like him and just to show out again, I guess, for the Texas guys?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait for those days. Whenever I see him, I always poke fun at him, and we laugh. But it's always good times, and it's definitely going to be nice to have a guy like him on my team now.
Jaden, I wanted to ask you about this. We were talking about your career numbers. I mean, you're talking about 182 catches, 100 plus yards, 43 touchdowns. And that's a great career for some people when they're done. You obviously have another year left. When you look at your game, obviously you're always trying to, I mean, you're a worker. You're always trying to improve your game. What are the parts of your game that you're saying, okay, this is what I've accomplished, but I'm still trying to go here? What are the things that you've kind of spent this offseason working on to make your game more complete, more impactful, all those type of different aspects?
Yeah, definitely. Working and coming and getting out of my breaks, getting work whenever I can, and also becoming a better leader. I'm a senior now, and I gotta make sure that I get the younger guys right. We have a young team with a lot of potential, so gotta make sure that I show them how we do it, and always push them to better themselves.
So we're going to wrap up, Jaden. Obviously, we thank you so much. Obviously, a big day for you. We're congratulations on you on making your decision, and best of luck as you get ready for your next year. Any last words you'd like to leave Notre Dame? You made a lot of Notre Dame fans happy today, buddy. So any last words you'd like to leave to Notre Dame fans? We have a guy who we call Salty Virginia Peanuts, and he's been like begging. He's like, oh, I hope they get Jaden Greathouse. So he's excited. We got a lot of excited people. What's your message for them before you get out of here, Jaden?
Expect a lot of touchdowns and big plays this season.
Love it. Awesome. Jaden Greathouse, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks.